Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. My name is Shalom Yemini. Each week, we will delve deep into the weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you all for tuning in. My name is Shalom Yemini, and each week, this podcast will look in the weekly Torah portion to find inspiration that will complement our daily life and intensify our connection to God. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Noach. Noach, an amazing story of the flood. God commands Noach to build a massive teva, an ark, to fit his family and every single species of animal. And so when the time came, and God commanded Noach to go into the teva, he took his entire family, all the kosher and non-kosher animals, and entered the teva to survive the flood. He spent almost a year in the teva, and God commanded Noach to exit the teva. And when he exited the teva, Noach made a sacrifice to God, and God swore and made a promise to mankind that he would never destroy the world again or mankind. And he gave us a sign, the rainbow, as a sign, as a testimony to this covenant. The first pasuk in this week's Torah portion, Eila told us, Noach ish tzadik tamim haya b'deraisav es elekim hisalech Noach. These are the generations of Noach. The next verse will talk about his sons. Noach was a righteous and whole person in his generation, and God walked with Noach. That's an amazing introduction to a person who, as Rashi points out, according to one opinion, had he been in another generation, he would have not been considered such a righteous person. And the Torah, which is known for being exact and precise in its wording, and not only precise, this is the only time in the Torah that tzaddik, righteous person, is used to describe someone. And Noach, who, as Rashi points out, had he been in another generation, he might not have been considered a righteous person, and yet Torah brings him down and introduces him as a righteous and whole person. What did he do to deserve such an illustrious introduction? To answer this question, we will look at another amazing person in Torah, Yosef, who we call Yosef HaTzadik. Why was he given the name Yosef HaTzadik? What did he deserve to get that name? Yosef had an incredibly hard childhood. He was hated by his brothers. His mother died when he was very young, sold into slavery, put in prison. And then when he became vice president of Egypt, he held strong to his faith. His kids were in the same faith that he was and were righteous in their own place, in the most impure civilization in the world. He retained his values and morals. Noach's generation was completely evil. Noach's generation was unethical, immoral, and dishonest. Yet Noach was virtuous, principled, and honorable. He held on to the standards that were put in the Torah, which are eternal, everlasting, and inherent in our daily life. He was called a tzaddik because no matter what everyone else did, he kept his standards, his morals, his virtues, according to God's standards. And that is why Noach is called tzaddik like no one else, because he held to a standard higher than a generation. Ladies and gentlemen, in our daily life, the society that we have today, the degradation of behavior by our society today rivals that of Noah's generation. And it's so easy to fall prey to such an idea because the majority of the people are doing it. We need to realize that our morals are not subjective, rather objective. They cannot be changed. They're non-negotiable. And they hold true value for all of time. As the words of the Torah says, Ki heim chayenu ve'orech yameinu, that this is our life. Torah is everlasting and has outlasted great civilizations. Because the Torah is God's wisdom and God's word, and because of that, it is eternal. We today need to stand up for what we know is correct, what we know is right. And not only that, we will be considered the tzaddik of this generation, the righteous people of this generation. Were we tzaddikim? Were we righteous people in past generations? Is an argument. But in this generation, with the distractions that we have in this world, and us holding strong to our values, will make us a righteous person, a pure person, a sincere person, a whole person. And God will walk with us. Yosef HaTzadik had the same idea. He held strong to his values, and his kids held strong to their values, and that is why we know him today as Yosef HaTzadik. If we were to take anything from Noach, it is to hold strong to our values, no matter who may be there. We cannot rationalize our morals. Like a thief can rationalize his theft. It is easy to fall victim to that. Hold strong to your values. I will finish off with a quote. A lie doesn't become truth. Wrong doesn't become right. Evil doesn't become good just because it is accepted by the majority. Have a great weekend and a good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. You may send thoughts and comments to the Parsha Perspective at gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.